Greetings, I am Dominic Nisi, a fourth year business administration student from Bowie, Maryland.
Greetings, I am Sarah Fanny, a fourth year business student from Orange Park, Florida.
Greetings, I am Brittany Hightower, a fourth year business administration student from Miami, Florida, by way of Tallahassee, Florida.
Greetings, I am Joanita Castillo, a fourth-year business administration student from Lima, Peru.
And we are Grandiose Consulting.
Of the agenda, we're going to start with a brief history of Pandora, followed by the mission, vision, and value statement analysis, then our SWOT analysis, followed by the strategic issues, then our recommended strategy, followed by the projected results, and finally, our implementation plan. So the evolution of Pandora Media. In 1999, the Music Genome Project was established. The Music Genome Project is a musicological database. Which use algorithms to deliver music based on consumer preferences. In 2000, Pandora was founded as thesavagebeats.com by Tim Westergren. In 2005, the name was changed to Pandora Media Inc., and they launched their website. Also, Pandora launched their mobile application in 2008 and their Pandora Comedy section in 2011. As 2015, they have approximately 250 million registered users, and Pandora it is headquartered in Oakland, California. So what is Pandora One pricing? It is a Pandora's subscription service. It's $3.99 a month for existing customers, which is $36 a year, and $4.99 a month for new subscribers, which is $54.89 a year. And this $4.99 is an increasing price, which is going to start in May of this year. Also, you guys have eliminated the option for your subscribers to pay annually. They only can pay monthly, and you have a mini subscription of $0.99 for a one-day use of your services. Now I'm going to talk about the mission, vision, and value statement analysis. There are 9 essential components in the mission statement: consumers, product, markets, technology, concern for survival, growth, and profitability, philosophy, self-concept, concern for public image, and concern for employees. So this is your current mission statement. Our mission is to enrich people's lives by enabling them to enjoy music they know and discover music they will love, anytime, anywhere. People connect with music on a fundamentally personal and deeply emotional level, whether it's a song someone first heard 10 years ago or one they have just discovered. If they connect with that music on our service, a strong bond is forged at the moment with Pandora. Just as we value music, we also hold a deep respect for those who create it. We celebrate and hold dear the individuals who have chosen to make music, from megastars to talented, new, and emerging artists. So we saw that the current mission statement of your company doesn't have all the 9 components. It doesn't include technology, philosophy, concern for public image, and concern for employees. And that's why we include all those components in this revised mission statement, and our suggestion is Pandora's mission is to enrich the lives of music lovers by enabling them to enjoy music they know and discover music they will love anytime, anywhere. Whether it's a song someone first heard 10 years ago or one they just have discovered. We hope for customers to form a strong bond with Pandora after using our service. We seek to not only provide a basic streaming service, but also utilize leading technology to provide music that people can connect to on a personal and emotional level, while always valuing musicians, employees, and customers. In doing so, Pandora will always operate with integrity, display superior corporate citizenship, and constantly sustain financial growth for all shareholders. So this is your current vision statement. Our vision is to be effortless source of personalized music entertainment and discovery for billions. The majority of our listening hours occur on mobile devices, with the majority of our revenue generated from advertising on these devices. But we believe that this vision statement doesn't respond to the question, what do you want to become? That's why we revised it, and our suggestion is we aspire to be effortless source of personalized music entertainment and discovery for billions of music lovers across the world. Finally, this is your value statement, and it's we value music and those who create it. We are not the arbiter of cool. Be smart, self-motivated, and passionate in your work and hire. Decisions are made with the best of interests of Pandora in mind, and treat each listener as an individual and spoken to as a friend. We believe that this value statement is a good fit for your company, so we didn't revise it.
Let us begin the SWOT analysis, first starting internally with your strengths. So, Pandora is currently the largest internet provider, the largest internet radio provider in the United States based on market capitalization, with 31% of the market share in the US. Also, they have the Music Genome Project, which really is a differentiating factor between Pandora and other internet radio competitors. And it really just allows customers to make stations that are really customized to their personal attributes. Also, based on these customization of the attributes, Pandora is also able to work with advertisers to give them targeted marketing, and they're able to use, the advertisers are able to use different attributes such as age, sex, gender, and then the customer preferences based on the music they listen to have marketing that is specifically targeted to those markets, which is a strength for Pandora when it comes to negotiation for contracts. And 80% of Pandora's revenue actually does come from their advertisement. Additionally, they have the highest quick and current ratio of their competitors. This means that Pandora has the ability to cover their short-term debts well. Also, based on a study conducted by Nielsen, and it analyzed the trends between Hispanics and music, Pandora was the #1 choice in internet radio based on this study. Some of the weaknesses of Pandora include the fact that they have yet to turn a profit in the company. Since its inception, they have not done so, and as of today, they have accumulated a deficit of $197 million. Also, compared to some of the internet powerhouses, Pandora does not have the negotiating power to have the premium pricing for this advertising because they lack the web traffic compared to websites such as Google. Also, as stated previously, Pandora has the 250 million registered users, but of those registered users, only about 80 million are active, and of those active users, a low 3.3 million are only subscription-based users.
So now let's get into some of Pandora's financial ratios. So Pandora's liquidity ratio, so their current ratio is at 3.94, and then their quick ratio is 3.84. As my colleague stated before, Pandora quick ratio and current ratio is higher than all their competitors, which means that they have the ability to pay off their short-term debt. And their debt ratio is 0.11%. Pandora's current ROA is negative at a 4.27%, and the ROE is also negative at a 5.57%. So let's get into some of their growth ratios. The annual growth rate is actually negative as well at 12.54%, while their sales growth is actually positive at a 53.41%.
So just to conclude the internal analysis, Pandora is #1 in the U.S. based on market capitalization, as well as they're #1 in the Hispanic community. And they were able to do this by differentiating yourself with the Music Genome Project. However, you are unable to charge the premium prices on your advertising compared to other powerhouses, but you do have the added benefit of having the target marketing based on the attributes of your users.
Now let's get into some of Pandora's opportunities. Currently, 39% of the U.S. population listens to online radio. 97% of the Hispanic population actually listens to listen to music each week. The per capita disposable income in the United States is expected to increase at a rate at 3.1% in 2015. On average, the Hispanic consumer actually spends $135 per year on music, while the average consumer spends $105 per year. So some of the threats Pandora is actually facing are: the radio broadcasting industry has a large dependency on advertising. As my colleague said before, 80% of Pandora's revenue comes from advertisement, as well as 22.7% of the web surfers are actually blocking ads, and the ad blocking rate is actually growing to 43% each year. Due to different regulations globally, it is hard for radio broadcasting companies to actually broadcast globally. Some of Pandora's rivals are iHeartRadio, Spotify, iTunes Radio, and Songza. Songza was recently acquired by Google, and Pandora's competitors are actually tactfully targeting Pandora due to the fact that Pandora has a large listening base. So in conclusion, Pandora has a large listening base, which means that their competitors are actually tactfully targeting them, which is why Google actually acquired Songza. Also, iHeartRadio are also partnering up with different broadcasting companies. Some of the opportunities are that 38% of the U.S. population actually listens to radio broadcasting, and as well as an average Hispanic consumer spends $135 a year on music.
So the strategic issue at hand is the fact that Pandora has yet to turn a profit since its inception, and that last year in 2014 they reported a net loss of $30 million, and this just added on to their deficit of the $197 million. This is a big issue for Pandora, and we recommend that Pandora, to combat this issue, that Pandora capitalizes on its strength as being #1 in internet radio and being the #1 choice within the Hispanic community. Music is an integral part in the Hispanic community, as stated from the strengths and the opportunities within the SWOT analysis, and really capitalizing on this and expanding the Hispanic market share within Pandora.
So who are these Hispanics that are listening to so much music? Currently, there are 50.5 million Hispanics in the United States. That's about 16% of the American population. That means 1 in 6 adults and 1 in 4 children are Hispanic. That there was a 56% population growth in Hispanics from 2000 to 2010, and these Hispanics have a $1 trillion buying power. Now, the plurality of the Hispanics are Mexican, but people of other nations also make up these statistics. So just to illustrate the Hispanic population growth, you can see on this chart, according to the census, that in 2000, Hispanics made up 35.3 million of the United States population. In 2011, they were estimated to make up 52 million of the American population. And in 2050, they are estimated to make up 133 million of the United States population, which would be about 30% of the population. And this projected growth means that the Hispanic population will grow 156% from 2011 to 2050. So now let's talk about why Hispanics like music so much and what their behaviors are. Right now, 93% of Hispanics listen to the radio each week. That's about 40 million people. They usually listen for a little over 12 hours per week, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., and are listening mostly outside of their home versus in-home. So 68% of Hispanics listen to music outside of their home. And as we stated before, Pandora is the #1 service for Hispanics, with Pandora capturing 39% of the Hispanic demographic. So 24% of Hispanics use PCs and 20% of them use laptops, but 79% of Hispanics own smartphones as compared to 70% for the general population. And additionally, Hispanics typically spend $72 per year on concerts and festivals in comparison to $48 spent by the general population. So with that being said, we propose that Pandora, you guys, partner with the Spanish Broadcasting System Incorporated in order to target more Hispanics and increase your market share with this demographic. So what is the Spanish Broadcasting System Incorporated? They are the largest publicly traded Hispanic media company in this nation. They're headquartered in Miami, Florida, and they operate 20 stations in Miami, New York, Chicago, Puerto Rico, and San Francisco, as well as Los Angeles. They also operate Mega TV, which is a local television affiliate based out of South Florida in the Miami area, as well as Ira radio stations, concerts, and events. So to illustrate why we decided to go with the Spanish Broadcasting System, as you see, these are the top 10 radio stations among Hispanics from fall 2013, based by listeners tuning in. The majority of them are owned by Clear Channel Communications, as well as by Univision, both of which are partnered with your competitor, iHeartRadio. The next two are owned by Spanish Broadcasting Systems, which is why we decided to choose them. So the fourth highest listened to radio station among Hispanics and the eighth are both a part of the Spanish Broadcasting System network. And so we decided to go with this company in order to capitalize on this share of the market.
And so let's look at some of the partnership deals for this partnership with SBS and Pandora. So the first aspect will be streaming. And through this partnership, Pandora will stream the 20 stations that SBS currently has. This will increase this will allow the SBS customers to easily access their favorite radio stations regardless of their geographic locations. If their favorite station is Mega 97.9, which is a New York-based station, and they're on a road trip to Miami, they can easily access this in their car through the Pandora application. If it's in their car or on their phone, they have the auxiliary cords to hook it up through their car, and it would just really create a seamless experience for the customers. Additionally, through this partnership, it will be the advertisement. And SBS will advertise their concerts and events through Pandora, as well as Pandora will be able to advertise their Pandora One subscription plan through SBS's radio stations, the Mega TV, as well as their affiliate stations with the RA radio stations. Also, partnerships. Since 2012, Pandora has created Pandora Presents, which are small live concerts or live streams for the loyal, avid fans of Pandora. And we propose that through this partnership, Pandora hosts a Pandora Presents with a top Latino artist that is sponsored by the Spanish Broadcasting System. This will increase the brand awareness within the Hispanic community and increase the market share within the Hispanic community with Pandora. Also, SBS puts on concerts, as previously stated. This is a flyer for one of their recent concerts, and we propose that Pandora also sponsor some of their concerts and events throughout the year. And this will be branded throughout the banners, through the concerts, as well as the flyers. It will say a sponsorship sponsored by Pandora and sponsored by SBS. Some of the terms of the agreement, these terms are based on the Cumulus and Radio deal, and we use it as a framework to help develop the terms of the agreement. So Pandora will invest $60 million into SBS, and this will be done $35 million upfront, and then the remaining $25 million will be spread over the remaining 5 years of the plan. And Pandora will gain 2% equity stake within SBS. On the other hand of the partnership, SBS will invest $40 million into Pandora and gain a 2% equity stake in Pandora. So here are the projected results.
Okay, so as you can see here, Pandora revenue is 9,200,820 $802,000. As my colleague stated before, that with this partnership, Pandora will have the opportunity to actually be on the SBS television networks. So we put in the cost for Pandora to actually make a television commercial. This is underneath it. You can see that that we project that a television commercial would be $3,000. We propose that Pandora do 6 commercials each year, so you do the 3 times the 6, and it gives you $8,000. As you can see, the $8,000 is spread over the course of the 5-year plan, which we believe is beneficial for Pandora because that means that your cost, that is a fixed cost, as well as now Pandora will have the ability to have radio commercials. So in order to make a radio commercial, we project that it would be $2,000, and I said it before, we want Pandora to do 6 commercials each year, which comes up to a cost of $12,000. And as you can see stated above, that cost as well as the fixed cost over the duration of the plan. As my colleague stated, we want Pandora to sponsor some of SBS concerts. So that's the reason why you will see that there's an advertisement materials cost there. And we would like to have banners and signs and flyers so that way the Hispanic community can know who Pandora is and know who's actually sponsoring this event. And as you can see, that cost is also fixed above the whole duration of the plan. The partnership. Pandora will give SBS $25 million upfront, which leaves an additional $35 million. And as you can see stated here, that each year Pandora will give $5 million to SBS. So we have a total of all of our expenses, and for the overall partnership, Pandora will have a net income of $1.1 billion. For the revenue, as you can see, that the revenue increases every year for the 5 years. So we propose that the revenue would actually increase 10% each year. And from this partnership, your ROI will be 148%. Okay. So Pandora currently have 3.3 million subscribers, and with this partnership, we feel as though Pandora will have an additional 1,779,000 roughly new subscribers. The way we came up with this number was the fact that currently Pandora have a 39% Hispanic listening base, as well as SBS broadcasts the 22 million Hispanics within their within the five cities that they currently broadcast in. So we took from the 22 million, we took 39% of that, and we got roughly 8 million from that equation. I'm sorry. And then from there, we took a 10% of that number, which would give you the first number from 2016, which is at 58,000 subscribers. And as you can see, over the course of the plan, that number actually increased, and we are projecting that Pandora will have a 5% increase of new subscribers. And due to Pandora recently increasing the amount for new users to subscribe to $4.99. The projected revenue from these new subscribers are $8,877,953. So let's get into the additional benefits.
So the additional benefits of this partnership is the increase in negotiating power and the gain of new advertising contacts for Pandora. Since we are adding the 20 stations from SBS, and also since Pandora has the ability to target customers depending on their demographics, we can gain some potential advertising companies to advertise through us if they have a target market of Hispanic populations. Also, we're going to increase brand awareness and SBS too, since we are advertising through their Mega TV and their SBS stations, and they are advertising through our apps and website. And finally, we're going to provide a better experience to our customers and SBS too.
So let's begin the implementation plan. First, you've already taken your due diligence by hiring Grandiose Consulting to do some of the background work on the trends in the Hispanic community with music. Now we are presenting to the board. From here, you will present this partnership to SBS, and then contract negotiations will begin if accepted. From the contract negotiations, then a revision of the contracts will occur, and then the partnership then will be finalized. Then we suggest a prototype of the SBS stations through the Pandora digital platforms to ensure that it's the type of interface that you would like Pandora to have, as well as SBS is pleased with the way that their stations are being streamed through the website and application. And we estimate this to be a cost of $50,000, and this is based on the average cost of prototyping in the United States. From there, we suggest that Pandora have information sessions with the current employees to ensure that they understand what is going to now occur with this partnership. From there, launching the actual SBS stations on the launching the stations, and then we estimate this to be a $5 million. This to be about $5 million to do their launch. Then then creating the new television and radio commercials and advertisements, and these do have to be in Spanish according to the regulations of SBS currently has in place. From there, starting the contracts for the new concerts. So SBS has those staple concerts they put on every year, and starting the new contracts of how we would like Pandora to be branded throughout the in the planning for that, branded through those concerts. Next, analyze the results and make sure that Pandora and SBS are both receiving the type of benefits that they expected to receive through this partnership. And from there, controlling, making any necessary adjustments to the way that the interface is with the new streaming of the 20 stations and any other adjustments that need to occur. Now, some of the risks.
So this strategy is put in place so that Pandora can get out of the red, but of course, we need to go over some of the risks that are associated with the strategy. First, Pandora may not be able to reach all the Hispanic customers that we have projected that you will be able to, and thus may not increase the market share. Second, Hispanics may not be receptive to this partnership because they may already like the way that they're listening to SBS radio stations just on the radio. And third, investing a lot of money in a specific demographic is a gamble, but we want to note that we are confident that this will provide a great return on investment.
Okay, so the balance scorecard is a balance between the financial and non-financial objectives of your company, and is divided by 4 groups: financial, customers, internal business processes, and learning and growth. So we suggest that the financial objective is increase revenue, and it's going to be measured by the increase in dollars. Our target is to increase it by 5% annually, and our initiative to do that is the partnership with SBSs. The customer objective is to increase market share, and the measure is to increase the total number of subscribers. This is the subscribers that actually pay for your services. And the target is to increase it by 10% annually, and our initiative is the new stations for SBS, the new 20 stations that SBS is going to broadcast in your platform. Also, the service innovation is the objective for the internal business process. And our measure is the number of Pandora accounts. This includes the subscribers that pay and that doesn't pay, so the free subscribers. And our target is to increase it by 15%, and our initiative is advertising through SBS, so the TV commercials in Mega TV and the radio ads in the 20 stations. And finally, our learning objective suggestion is the employee training satisfaction. So our measure is we're going to measure this by doing surveys, and the target is to have at least 90% of employee satisfaction, and the initiative is to provide training for all employees. Actually, Pandora is providing training for the specialists of the project, the Music Genome Project,
but we believe that you also need to provide training for every employee.
And so, to conclude, again, Pandora has never turned a profit since its inception, and we believe that this recommended partnership will be able to assist in them having a profit now. So the partnership is again in three aspects: the streaming of the 20 SBS stations through the Pandora website as well as mobile application, which will allow Pandora to have a better array of services and products that are more appealing to the Hispanic community, as well as the SBS SBS listeners will also be able to have that access to their favorite stations regardless of their geographic location. And advertisement. Pandora will be able to advertise through SBS's radio stations and other Mega TV and the affiliate stations, as well as SBS will be able to advertise through Pandora's website and mobile application, and then the sponsorship of those concerts and events. This, we believe, will be increase in subscription revenue of $8.8 million, and this is a return on investment of 148%. Are there any questions about the contingency plan?
So about the contingency plan, currently Pandora is partnered with 26 car manufacturers as well as 8 aftermarket car systems and is placed in over 100 cars. So a lot of people are able to listen to Pandora on the go. Additionally, alternative fuel vehicles are cars that don't use standard gasoline or diesel, so they use things like E85 ethanol gas or just electricity or hydrogen. Pandora does not currently have any partnerships with any car manufacturers that specifically only make alternative fuel vehicles. And just to give you a background, in 2014, there were about 120,000 plug-in vehicles sold in the United States, and that was up 23% from the previous year. So with that being said, we recommend as a contingency plan that Pandora partners with Tesla Motors company. This Tesla is the #1 manufacturer of electric car vehicles in the United States. It dominates the electric car market with safe and innovative designs. In fact, the Tesla S sedan, which is their premier sedan, was tested by the National Highway Traffic Safety Agency and received a record-breaking score of 5.4 out of 5. Yes, they actually exceeded the safety ratings, and this is the first time that's happened in the history. And Tesla partners with Radio, which is one of Pandora's competitors. So they partner with them as a default dashboard audio service in Europe. And we would like to mimic that partnership as a contingency plan and partner with them so that Pandora can be the default dashboard service in the Americas.